One of the many reasons I prefer to read manga whenever possible is that it is very easy to read and keep up with as many series as I can. It doesn't take much effort to read one 20-page chapter every week or so, and this is a low barrier to entry, and it keeps me reading series from genres that I wouldn't normally touch. There is almost a 0% chance that I would ever read a book or watch a series all about romantic comedy, but when it comes to manga, I can easily keep up with multiple. This also has an effect where I keep giving series like the topic of today's video way more chances than I would have ever given to an anime series, in hopes that it eventually starts getting good. Today I'll tell you a bit about Konjiki no Wordmaster or Golden Wordmaster and tell you that even a generic boring story can, if they work hard enough, turn into mid-tier enjoyment. You can probably tell that I don't find this story series that compelling, and it took me over 50 chapters to actually start thinking somewhat positively about the series. So here's the basic setup. 5 Japanese high school students get transported to another world, a fantasy kingdom as heroes. They get a quest to defeat the Demon King and yada yada yada. You heard all of this before. So what sets this one apart? Turns out our main character Hiro is actually not a hero, but an innocent bystander. Hiro parts ways with his classmates in an admittedly funny exchange and sets out to become an adventurer. Generic, right? Absolutely run-of-the-mill. But what get me interested at the start is Hiro's title as an innocent bystander, his attitude to the world around him, and his unique magic, word magic. Hiro writes a word to an object, ground or air, and it does just that. Write a split to a rock and it splits. Simple stuff. The whole early stages of the story is just Hiro wandering around, and reading the series again for this video, I do have to give it some credit. Paneling during fights is very smooth and the manga plays with perspective on character profiles. And Hiro has an unhealthy fetish towards books. He is also based and somewhat reluctant hero, even if he tries to deny that. He does do the right thing, and it's just hard to get close to him. The whole world building and the story beats are at this stage just so generic that I find myself just speeding through some of these chapters. This series is better experienced while binge reading it, but following this weekly was rough. So instead, I'll just get right in why I started to get interested in the series again. So the demonkind, beastmen and humankind are in a war, but in a twist, it turns out that the human king has been instigating this fight and tried to wipe out the demonkind. All that jazz at the beginning of the story was just a ruse to set up our heroes to a false quest. Why? Because the king is a racist and trained the heroes wrong as a joke. Plots established at the beginning of the story start to unravel and bigger threats start to emerge and new revelations are happening chapter to chapter. After all of this has been revealed, the story turns out to be something less generic and it is now somewhat interesting. It becomes harder to predict where the story will go, and the 4 heroes get some development and fights keep getting more bombastic. The ass and boob shots don't go away though, so you gotta live with those. I guess most of you won't be bothered by them, but it's pretty funny when Hiro himself is such an asexual even when the manga keeps shoveling tits and ass in your face. So it's there literally just for fan service. While it's nothing groundbreaking, it still becomes somewhat enjoyable read, and I think that the ease of access of manga helps this story quite a lot. I don't think I could stomach more than 3 episodes of the possible anime adaptation before dropping it. I guess that is the main takeaway, if anything. The broad appeal of manga makes some stories worth to keep reading on, even if they don't probably deserve it. Mind you, Golden Wordmaster is not unmemorable. I don't have to go back and read the previous chapter to refresh my memory, unlike in, let's say, Jubelblatt, where I just couldn't remember what happened during the last month's chapter. Golden Wordmaster is not even licensed by any English publication, so I doubt an anime adaptation will happen anytime soon. Even so, I did see that out of all the series, Monster is getting an anime adaptation, so I guess never say never. If trash like Monster is getting an anime, then maybe hope is not lost for Golden Wordmaster. Ironically, I'm running out of words to try and keep this video going. Go read Golden Wordmaster if you're looking for a new isekai to read. You could do much worse, and maybe you will enjoy it more than I did. Like and subscribe and all that.